I barely hear my bicycle. It is like silent. It is a ninja bike. Hey there, BikeBlogger here. I've been away for a little bit, so I've been sort of sick, coughing and all that good stuff. I'm back right now though. It's December 1st, 2015. I'm commuting on my fixed gear bicycle and getting a little used to it. I don't ride fixed gear very often. I'm a big proponent of single speed, but I don't ride fixed gear very often. What is fixed gear anyway? Fixed gear means you can't stop spinning. Can't stop spinning. You just gotta keep pedaling. And you can't stop. Gosh, that pickup truck stinks. Okay, so the light's red up there. Let's make a right. Forgive me for not signaling. I'm used to signaling, but I also often coast. That is, just I just stop pedaling when I make a signal. I don't want to have an accident here, so I'm trying to take it slow. It's the worst thing you can do, just making a circle here. Worst thing you can do when riding fixed gear or a fixie is to stop pedaling while standing. That's a recipe for disaster. There goes that truck earlier. Coast is clear. I'm gonna make a left turn here. Stuff falling off of that van back there, and we're behind the pickup truck again. Oh my, it's almost sort of funny. So I've forgotten, I guess he lives there. So I've forgotten once or twice already to keep pedaling. Fixed gear certainly makes you, get a better aerobic exercise because it forces you to pedal more. I think I prefer single speed, coasty. That is, you can just coast, just sail on downhill, and you don't have to keep pedaling. What's the advantage of fixed gear though? Well, you can put a little back pressure to the pedals like I'm doing now. I'm slowly slowing down. Let's go check out back here. I haven't really gone back this way. I think it dead ends here. It's a tennis court. I'm gonna stop for a second. So, and I got clipless pedals on my fixed gear now. What is a fixed gear again? For those who don't know, fixed gear simply means the chain ring, and this rear cog are all sort of integrated together such that whenever you pedal, the chain moves with the rear wheel. So, I don't know if the camera's catching this. You pedal forward, the rear wheel goes forward. You pedal backward, the rear wheel goes backward. And they're fixed together. You can't unhook them unless you took the chain off. So, it certainly gives you a different sort of riding experience. Hey, look at that. Bike rack. I was looking for bike racks in the last video. There's a Brentwood swimming pool. So, let's get going here. If you're riding a fixed gear, it's good to have some sort of retention, especially if you're going down steep hills. Foot retention, that is a clipless pedal system, or some straps on your flat pedals. It does take a little getting used to, because I'm used to riding, like I said, a type of bicycle allows you to just coast, and that's really useful for, you know, going over bumps and stuff. Like I said before, if you're going to ride a fixed gear and you're used to riding a freewheel, a bicycle allows you to coast. You got to sort of be aware that when you're, you know, going over bumps and stuff, don't stand up and stop pedaling. You're gonna get a quick jolt to let you know to sit back down and keep pedaling. So if you like to feel more in tune, you know, integrated into your bicycle, you know, like you're a part of the system, go for it. Just remember, you can't stop pedaling. You got to keep pedaling. If you stop pedaling, the bike will probably throw you off of it. Oh. It's getting colder, as you can tell. I'm wearing my thicker gloves. I'll probably do a video shortly on my quote-unquote winter kit, or my clothing that I wear in this cooler weather. Another nice thing about fixed gear cycling is it's very quiet. I mean, you don't hear any clicks except for when I release the brake lever. So it's nice and quiet, and like I said, you're really integrated into the bike. There's no slop. You'll get that with freewheels. That is sort of a kickback. Now, generally speaking, oh boy, let's see here. Squeeze through there. Generally speaking, that's caused by, like when you're climbing a hill and you feel it sort of pull back on you. That's mainly caused by, that's the rider's fault. You're not pedaling in a good cycling form. See if we can cut through here. I don't think we can. I've tried. Oh my gosh, they built a huge, this wasn't here before, they built a huge platform or something. Spin it around. I don't know what the heck, they built a monstrosity over there. I used to be able to cut through back there in some of my older videos. No more. Let's go this way. But one of the really nice things about fixed gear cycling is when you're climbing hills or accelerating, it feels a lot better. You know, you feel more efficient. Let's get up this hill. We're gonna make a right here. We'll make a left. Another left. Whew. Another left. I must say, I do like to sort of just coast and chill and talk to you guys, but obviously when you're riding a fixed gear bike, you got to be a little bit more aware of what's going on around you. I'm still learning. Riding fixed gear is really nice, except for when you have to stop. That's where learning some of the neat tricks of fixed gear cycling comes really in handy. is like track stands, I think is what it's called. When you basically rock back and forth on your bike while staying still, sitting on the bike and not putting your foot down. I can't do that, so obviously I think that would make riding a fixed gear bike more fun if you do tricks, skid stops and all that. Nice quick way to wear down your tires though. Woo! Like I said, with all the pedaling you gotta do. Let's go. This is a good workout. Riding fixed gear, that is. Let's see what's going on over here. I know they're about to start construction over here in the big field. I'm gonna put in a Maserati car dealership and Porsche and a couple hundred apartments. I don't know if they started staging any construction equipment yet. I see some straight ahead. Otherwise, it looks still pretty clear, wide open. Might not be able to cut the back through here much longer. Take a left here. Eventually this will all be parking lot. Let's cut back through here. Let's go down this road. Another advantage of fixed gear riding is you have more sense of traction. You know, you can tell when your rear wheel is starting to slip because your feet are planted on the pedals, which are connected to the rear brake, basically is what it is, and you can feel it when it starts to skid. Again though, like I said, the only problem with that is you generally got to keep your butt on the saddle, so you can't really stand off of it. Now you could, you can stand a couple inches off of the saddle and you'd be fine. You just got to remember to keep pedaling. Let's make a right. So let's see, I'm going to stand and pedal and then I'm going to stop pedaling. Ugh. Yeah, I was sort of thrown back into the saddle, which is much worse when you don't expect it to happen. Which, like I said, the more you ride fixed gear, the more you get used to it though. Yeah, wow, I don't know if the camera is picking up any bike noises. I have some ear flaps over my ears to protect my ears from the cold, but I barely hear my bicycle. It is like silent. It is a ninja bike. Very quiet. Now, you could ride a fixed gear bike with no hand brakes, none of these guys. But especially if you live in a hilly area, I highly advise you get some hand brakes. Because look at it this way. Sure, they'll add a little bit of weight, but you'll be more confident and you'll be able to ride faster knowing you can stop faster. So I definitely recommend hand brakes and or at least a front brake even on a fixed gear bicycle. Whew. Sort of chill here for a second. Let's try to pedal without my hands off the handlebars. Oh, it's a little more difficult, and that's not because that's just my own. I haven't really done that with this bike very often, and the handlebars are sort of wide, so it's, I don't know, I'm used to balancing with shorter handlebars, or ones that don't go out as wide. So I'm going to stop. Now, to get yourself in position from a start, squeeze the front brake, push forward, bring the pedal up to where you want it, and then you can keep going. So that's just a quick tip. I think I sort of covered it in a past video with about shifting while stopped. Sort of the same deal. Hey, who knows? Maybe BikeBlogger will be able to do some tricks in a future video on riding fixed gear. I don't claim to be any sort of fixed gear whiz, though. I am a single speed freewheeling guy. See you next time. Going downhill, gonna upshift.